So yesterday I have introduced about what is Microsoft Dynamics AX, what are the skills required. Let me recap quickly 5 minutes and then we'll go to the subject today. So myself, Satyanarayana Karmuri, Satya, people will call me Satya. I'm expert in finance. I'm expert in finance, SCM, and here this is manufacturing. SCM expert means manufacturing. I'm expert in project management accounting also. Okay, I have total 16 years of experience in Dynamics, total 24 years of experience. I have total 24 years of experience. In that 16 years in Microsoft Dynamics. Okay, I worked in AX 2009, 2012, D365, all versions I worked. I worked as a functional consultant, senior consultant, team lead, principal consultant, solution architect, senior solution architect. There are different roles I did it. Okay, so if you want to learn this Dynamics, these are the skills required. So these are the skills required. So can you please mute yourself if you don't mind? Or any ETL. Okay, if you are not speaking with me, please mute yourself. Okay, so if you want to learn this application, these skills are required. I will teach all these skills. One is domain knowledge or functional knowledge, that is real-time scenarios. So if you have a question like where, when, which, why, what, if you have the question when we are going to use this functionality, then it is a domain knowledge. So every topic I will explain you with the real-time scenario only. And along with this one, you need to learn how to operate this Dynamics. Okay, and you need to have a little bit technical knowledge. Some ERP concepts also you should know and interview techniques. So if you want to learn finance, commerce knowledge also required. But I will teach you about that commerce. Okay, this commerce knowledge I will teach. No need to, like here, you should not require any commerce knowledge. I will teach you about this commerce knowledge. So with this commerce knowledge, you can become a finance functional consultant, but not a accountant. If you want to become an accountant, you need to have BCom or MBA. But if you want to become a finance consultant, very limited knowledge about debits and credits you should know. Okay, so I will give you clarifications and I will give you explanations about these things. And if you want to get a job along with these skills, you need to have these skills also, like you need to have good communication skills, your educational qualification, practice with the system, discussing with colleagues, you need to speak, join for live sessions. So these all together, the chances of getting an opportunity for you is completely depending on all these skills. You need to have all these skills. So first I will teach you about transactions. Transactions means the business users, whatever they are doing. I will teach you that one initially. Later, you are going to learn masters, setups, configurations, parameters. Once you are familiar with this all, I will teach you new company creation process. After 1 month, I will teach you new company creation process, setups, parameters, transactions, and everything. I will teach you. This is a sample project. It is indirectly a sample project. I will teach you happy paths, positive scenarios. I will teach you negative scenarios also. Okay. So for happy path means blue color, successfully completed. Negative path means either it is a warning message or error message. So yellow color and red color. You need to learn these two are very, very important for you. Okay, so these error messages are warning messages. You need to understand and you need to learn. So Shiva, if you don't mind, can you mute yourself, Shiva? Shiva, can you mute yourself?
Sorry, apologies.
No problem. So the timings will be 6:30 to 7:30 finance, 7:30 to 8:30 it is SMT&L. Okay. So in the month of February, 10 days, it is going to be combined session. You need to join for 6:30 to 8:30 only for 10 days. So January month, you are going to join for one like 6:30 to 7:30. And in the month of Feb, 10 days, you are going to join 6:30 to 8:30. After that, after 10 days, you will be once again separated like 6:30 to 7:30, separately 7:30 to 8:30. These two are separated. So only for a few days, 10 days, I will combine these two batches. Okay. So this will be a 10 weeks session. It will be around 10 weeks. It is not exactly 10 weeks. It may be 9 weeks. It may be 11 weeks. It may be 10, 12 weeks. But around 10 weeks, the session will be. If people are asking many questions, I will extend. Yeah, fine. Now, let us understand the subject today. So if you want to understand ERP, you are going to join in a software company. You are going to join in a software company and you are going to work for a project. That project is called client. For this company, this is called client. For you, it is a project. So this client, what they will do for any business, purchase the material, sell the material. So if you are purchasing, we need to create vendor invoice. So if you are purchasing material from vendor, then you will receive invoice copy from the vendor that you need to do vendor invoice. Then you need to pay money to the vendor, that is vendor payment. And you will sell the material to the customer, it is customer invoice. And you are going to receive money from the customer, it is customer receipt or customer payment. Customer receipt or customer payment. So vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. So in the system, it is there, will be there, customer payment. So you need to learn these 4 transactions: vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment in the system. So in real-time scenario, people may ask like, whether are we doing vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment? No. Our task is this one: company creation, parameters, setups, configurations, masters. But then why we are learning this one? Why are we learn this one? Because you are going to help these people. So if you are sitting in the software company, if you want to help these people, you should know, you need to monitor from here what are these people are doing. You need to understand what exactly these people are doing. So if you want to observe that one, those activities you need to do it. That is called real-time scenarios. Real-time scenarios means what exactly the business people are doing, you need to understand. That is the actual real-time scenario. So you need to learn vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. These are the 4 transactions you need to learn. Okay. So how many ways we can do vendor invoice? The first one, how many ways we can do vendor invoice? So vendor invoice can be done in the system. Vendor invoice can be done in, one is invoice journal. Second one, vendor invoice, that is from PO to vendor invoice. Next, third one, pending vendor invoice. Next, invoice register. Next, invoice pool. Next, invoice approval. Using WMS, you can do vendor invoice. Next, using landed cost module, we can do vendor invoice.
Sir, I'm unable to see your screen, sir.
Is it? Everyone the same problem?
No, no, no. We are not
Myself,
facing problem.
Rajeshwari, sir.
You can
Let me
disconnect and
stop
connect
and
again. It
let
might
me
be help you.
stop and I'm sharing once again. So Raji, are you able to see now?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, fine. You are able to see screen. Good.
No, sir. 1 second.
If you are not able to, then you can rejoin once again.
It will work.
Okay, sir.
Just disconnect and reconnect.
Okay. Using landed cost module, we can do vendor invoice. And using advanced inventory management, we can do invoice. Okay. Next one. Using TMS also we can create transportation management, but no use. This is no more useful. We can do it. So these are the different ways to acquire a to do an invoice. But majorly, these two are most important. Everyone, majority people know about this one. But these are the different ways to acquire to purchase the material. You are going to generate invoice. So these are the different ways to do invoice. Invoice journal, purchase order to invoice, then pending vendor invoice, invoice register, invoice pool, invoice approval, and using WMS, using landed cost, using advanced inventory management, using TMS, we can generate invoice. Same customer invoices, how can we do it? What are the ways? One is pretext invoice. Next one is sales order invoice. Next, WMS. Using WMS, we can generate invoice. Next, TMS, we can use invoice. Next, project management and accounting. It is a part of PMA. In PMA, we can generate. One is our journal invoice, our journal. Next one is item journal. Next, expense journal. Next, P journal. Next one is pretext invoice, project invoice, project SO invoice. Next one is project item requirement. Okay. So from here onwards, it is PMA, project management accounting. So these are the ways we can do invoice. So here I told you vendor invoice can be done in these different methods, and customer invoice can be done in different methods. Okay. So you may not going to learn everything, but wherever it is relevant, you are going to learn in the coming sessions. So any questions till now? Any questions? So some people maybe today only they joined. So any questions, please, till now?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Like currently D365 is separated. Finance and operation is not presently available, right? So right now Microsoft has delivered Dynamics Finance, right? So there are different modules, like in finance, generally accounts payable and account receivable or general ledgers are included. But the other part of operations, like you can say project management or procurement, and there are other modules as well. So
Yeah.
will those modules be included in this training session, or only it will be finance oriented?
So are you able to see my diagram?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in finance, you are going to learn general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash and bank management, fixed assets, taxation, credit and collections, consolidation, and then budgeting. All these things is a part of finance.
Okay.
And in the SCM trade elastics, you are going to learn procurement and sourcing, sales and marketing, product information management, inventory management, bill of material, inventory closing, intercompany stock transfer, master planning. All these are SCM trade plastics.
Okay.
So this is 6:30 to 7:30. This is 7:30 to 8:30.
Okay.
So if you want to learn PMA, this is a weekend session, but this PMA is not suggestible to learn for the freshers, because if you don't know anything and if you don't have any experience, first you need to learn these two together, or this one, or this one, or these two together you can learn. Once you get into your job, you can try for this one, because this itself is a big subject. So I will teach finance, I will teach SCM trade and logistics, I will teach warehouse management, I will teach manufacturing, I will teach PMA. 5 modules I will teach. Yeah, whether I have given answer to your question? It is, I think, Muhammad Siddiqui.
Yeah. Hi, sir.
Yeah, is it clear? Yeah, yes, please.
Sir, that MB 300 is separately is there, no? That is system administration, organization administration is there.
Yes, yes.
Those are also covered here, or separately we have to take a separate section for that, and we have to pay a separate amount for that
Yeah,
module.
this is I'm not teaching at present. I'm not
Okay.
teaching. Earlier
Yeah.
I teach, but I'm not teaching. Now this is a
Okay.
separate course content.
Okay. Okay.
Because in this, techno-functional skill is required.
Okay.
Sometimes functional, sometimes technical. Because
Okay.
print setups, email setups,
Yes.
batch setups, all these are techno-functional.
Okay.
But whenever we are doing here, some samples I will teach you about, suppose workflows. Okay, workflows, I can show you some sample. Batch jobs, I will show you some sample. Data management framework, I will show you some sample. User permissions, I will show you some sample, but I cannot teach you in depth.
Okay. For in depth, we need to learn means we need to separately take a separate.
Course, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is more about techno-functional.
Okay. Okay.
Little bit technical knowledge also required. Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. So
Any more questions? Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once we learn this, we will get how much knowledge we will gain from these.
Yeah, okay.
Means 1 year experience we can answer this.
So
Go for
with my
outside
training,
interview.
with my training,
Yeah.
you are going to gain 3 years experience knowledge. With my
Okay.
training, you are going to gain 3 years experience knowledge.
Okay.
So you need to do whatever I said.
Yeah. Okay.
So the main problem is people don't have patience to join the live sessions.
Okay.
Because in the joining, whenever it is joining, people around 20 people, 20 members will be joining, 20, 22, 18 something, around people, they will join. Okay, after 1.5 month, people slowly, it will be decreased the attendance. So slowly it is from 20 members to 15 members to 8 members, 9 members. Everyone is paying fee.
Yes. Yes.
So if they are not
Yeah,
paying and if they are leaving, fine. You are not wasting your money. But you are paying money and you are not joining the live session. This
Yes.
is I saw so many because this is now 130th batch for me.
Okay.
This is 130th batch. So if you look at this one, I'm providing training from many years. So
Okay.
people don't have patience to join the sessions. I don't know. Because you have paid, you need to demand me. You have not explained this one, you have not to explain this one, explain me. So these are different batches from many years.
Okay.
The courses. Okay. So the problem is they don't have patience to join the live sessions. So when I'm calling them, you have paid, why are you not joining? So anyhow, like I have some other work, this work, that work. Anyhow, I have video recordings. I will look at that one later.
Okay.
That later will become later only. It will never
Yes,
become
yes.
now.
Yeah, I understand.
This is the fact, but I cannot force so much because they have paid fee and they are not joining the session. That is the main problem which I observed in my experience. In classroom session, I have given a number of times impositions. I will
Okay.
behave like a teacher.
Okay.
Very hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fine. Any more questions? Any more questions, please? I think some people joined today only, like maybe 4 or 5 people, 4 or 5 members joined today. Do you have any questions, please?
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, do we touch any technical perspective as well in this training apart from the functional side? Like, if we have to get some knowledge about like security of dynamics or creating roles or providing the roles. Is these kind of things will be covered in this training session?
Oh, no, it is separate MB300. Whatever you are asking about security roles permissions, I can
Okay.
give you overview, high level picture if you want. Security
Okay.
permissions, user permissions, workflows, data management, batch jobs. I will
Okay.
cover with minimum information, but not depth. Because so there is a
Mm-hmm.
two roles in the market. One is teacher, one is lecturer.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between teacher and lecturer? Can you even? What do you mean by the difference between teacher and lecturer?
Teacher teaches and lecturer gives lecture. So
But
teacher more focus on like you learn something, but lecturer is irrespective of whether you learn it or not. They will lecture it
he will
and
revisit. He will revisit and he will verify
yes.
whether you are doing or not.
Hmm.
Lecturers, he will not verify.
Exactly.
So this one, a kind of lecturer, I will give you sample information, security roles, user permissions, workflows, data management framework, large jobs. I will give you high level what it is, but I'm not going to teach. Whereas this one, I'm going to teach you.
MB 310, right?
Yes. So MB 310, this is 630 to 730. This is 730 to 830.
Okay. And
So
both you will
some 10
teach.
days, 10 days, both together common, the common between these two, 10 days you are going to join for 630 to 830. Finance team also will join from 630 and they will continue up to 830. SCM team, they need to join at 630 and they need to continue up to 830 for 10 days, only for 10 days. In between it is required. Yeah.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Yeah, Satya Aquila here.
Yeah. Clear.
I think I have missed yesterday's session, but I want to clearly understand why people opt for Dynamics D365. What are the
Okay.
advantages and what are the limitations of D365?
Okay. So, see, from Microsoft point of view, this is for the first plus point is user friendly application. Very user friendly when compared with other ERPs like SAP, Oracle apps. When compared with those ERPs, this is very user friendly application. And whenever they are selling Microsoft this product, they are selling Windows operating system, they are selling SQL Server, .NET, SharePoint, MS Office. There are so many technologies they are selling. All these technologies are from Microsoft. So as a bundle, they are selling. If they are selling as a bundle, definitely if Microsoft is investing a lot on this product and they are selling all their products in a bunch, then definitely they will look for return on investment. And the major plus point is user friendly. Okay, so limitations, if you compare, maybe it is growing product. Some features are not like new functions, like in SAP, whatever everything is there that may not be exist here. Few functions may not be exist. Majority it is there in the market, that is SAP or Oracle apps or BON, that is Infor, or whatever it is there in the market. Majority features are there, but not all. There is a difference between majority and all. Maybe some features may not be exist, and maybe little bit bugs more when compared with SAP. When compared with SAP, this product may have little bit more bugs, but whereas the product is very user friendly and you can learn very quickly when compared with other ERPs. That is the advantage. Yes. Is it whether I have given answer to your question, or do you have anything else?
Yeah, fine. But how will you convince a customer that we will, implement D365 and not any other like SAP or Oracle? Are these the points that
There are so
we
many
have
things.
to?
If it is a client, and if it is a pre-sales activities, we need to explain so many features plus points in the system, that all those things I cannot cover here now. This is in the session. But if you want, once you join in the session, I can cover those points. Like Excel integration is a beautiful function. Okay, you are talking about the the cream of this application. Okay, so whenever I'm discussing with the top management or pre-sales activities, we need to discuss those points. The plus point is Excel integration. It is a very simple application. So you can enter the entire subject in the Excel, in the like data entry whenever you are entering, and you can import simply. Like those are so many things, attachments. So you can do it. Those are not functionality related. It is the cream of the application. That is, whenever I'm joining in a pre-sales activity, or if I'm discussing with the top management, I will use those technology, those terms, but I cannot cover all those things here. I cannot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else, please? Okay, no questions. Fine. So now,
Also, will
yes, please.
be working on D365? Should we install or it is just you show us the navigations, how to navigate to AR, AP, all that, or even we can install in our own system and try it out.
Yeah, you need to install this one in your system. Definitely, you need to install. For that one, I will give you Rajashekar number. One person named Rajashekar. He will install. If you have your own environment, you can install yourself. Otherwise, I will give you one person number, Rajashekar. He will install. He will charge money.
Okay.
He will charge money, and he will install this laptop in your laptops. Yeah. Fine.
This is
See,
being a licensed version, right? It's a licensed version.
sorry.
It is a
This is
licensed version, right?
no, it is not a licensed version. If you want a licensed version, it is a costly. But this is a trial version released by Microsoft. Microsoft releases
For
trial versions,
1 month.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for
it is.
1 month.
It's not 1 month. It is depends. So it is 10.0 to 39. Actually, the client environment is 10.0 to 42. We don't have 42. Because if it is a license version one only, then we can get 10.0 to 42. But this is not a 42, 39. Microsoft releases periodically. That one they have like Rajshekar download. He will download that application and he will arrange in a VM, in a virtual machine. Okay, as long as it is Microsoft is keeping this version, this will be there. If they have Microsoft removed that 10 point, like recently 10.0 to 37, they have removed Microsoft. Okay, then it was gone. So now 10.0 to 39 is the available in the market. A trial version. Yeah, is it clear, Akila?
Yeah.
Fine. So whenever I'm teaching, I'm not going to teach you like only navigations. See, these are the skills. I'm going to teach you about first domain knowledge, the real-time scenario. If you have a question like what, where, when, which, why, what, all these things, it is domain knowledge. So in my training, it is more about 60% is around 60% is this one and 40% is navigation. Okay, I'll tell you an example. If you go to the application, SMF. So if I go to here, inventory management, collapse all, setup, inventory, item model group. Navigation is 1 minute. If you want to understand this item model group, it will take 7 to 8 hours. So this is a part of SCM, but I'm going to teach you all this one, item model group. It will take around 7 to 8 hours. So I will use this word, item model group is heart. Why I'm comparing this heart? The reason behind, if the heart, how this heart is working in your body, each and every part of your body is like the blood pumping will be done from here only. The pumping of this blood will be done by heart of each and every body of your part. In the same manner, item model group is important dynamics. Item model group, that much importance. And accounting structure, I will call it as brain. This is my own words. If anyone is using these words, means he is my student. So accounting structure is a brain. If it is, and everything is in your brain, then only you can speak, you can teach, you can sing, you can dance. Everything is brain instructions. In the same manner in finance, you are going to learn about accounting structure that is equivalent to brain. Okay, and if you look at this location direct to, okay, this is, I will call it as spinal cord. So this is my own words, so that you can remember the importance of this each piece of the item in the system. This is my way of teaching. Okay, fine. Any more questions, please? So whenever I'm teaching, I will teach like this, like by taking example, why it is important, that much important, and I will open these diagrams like this, so that you can imagine easily. If I'm explaining orally, you may not remember that one, but I will teach by taking the diagrams, and I will explain this one, and then only I will show you in the system. Okay. Yeah. Any more questions, please? Any more questions? No more questions? We are going to proceed with the session. So vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment, you need to learn. If you want to learn these 4 topics, you need to have the golden rules, commerce. 3 golden rules. 3 golden rules we should know. What are these 3 golden rules means? Can anyone help me?
Yes, sir. Personal account,
Okay.
real account, nominal account.
Personal accounts, real accounts, nominal accounts. Okay. Now, personal accounts. Can you tell me what is this personal accounts?
Personal account indicates like with the personal names and
Yeah.
company names. Debit the receiver, credit the giver.
The rule.
Yeah,
Can you please
debit
tell
the
me?
receiver, credit the giver.
Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real accounts.
Debit what comes in, credit what goes out.
Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Okay. Next, nominal accounts.
Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains.
Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Okay. Now, this rule we are applying here in the vendor invoice. Whenever you are doing vendor invoice, so here the giver, credit the giver, and all expenses, debit all expenses and losses. That is the rule applied. Whenever you are doing vendor invoice, is expenses account data to vendor account credit. So in this one, debit all expenses and losses. That rule here we are applying. Debit all expenses and losses. Credit the giver. He is giving the material to me. If you apply this rule, the giver, because if I'm running my business, vendor is giving the material. So for better understanding, here I'm adding, this is my own word, the material receiver, the material giver. The giver. Vendor is giving material to me. Vendor is giving material to me. So that is the reason the giver. And debit all expenses and losses. So expenses account data to vendor account credit is the entry posting. So let me show you this one in the system. Accounts payable module, collapse all, invoices, invoice journal. So here we understood the first one, invoice journal we are learning. We are learning invoice journal. So it is, the path is, I'm closing this application. I'm opening this one. And you need to have one link, web link, and you need to have username and password. The application will open like this. You will find so many companies here. So many companies. You can go to USMF company, the sample company we are learning. This is provided by Microsoft, the sample company. Now, accounts payable module, invoice collapse, invoices, invoice journal. You can click on new button, select the journal name from the drop down. It is a configuration. You are going to learn this configuration later. Go to lines. So date is coming from somewhere else. I will explain you later. Voucher number is coming from somewhere else. I will explain you later. You are selecting the vendor. Okay. And here invoice date and invoice number. You need to enter. So what is this invoice date and invoice number means? So suppose you are purchasing this one, vendor invoice journal. Invoice journal we are learning. Okay, here you are purchasing A4 stationery. Why we are purchasing? I need to arrange my this A4 stationery to my employees. I'm purchasing water bottles. I'm purchasing tissue papers. These all are why I'm purchasing. For my employees, I need to arrange facilities. Then only they will work in my company. So I'm purchasing. It is not a trading item. I'm not selling these items. I'm going to utilize this material expense items. So here we are doing now. This invoice means vendor will give you the invoice copy. This vendor will give the invoice copy to me. That number you need to enter here. You need to enter the amount. Suppose $25. So water bottles purchasing. Now expense account I have selected. Then post. So you can verify the voucher now. Voucher is expenses account data to expenses account data to vendor account credit. So the rule expenses account data to vendor account credit. So expenses account why it is debited? The nominal accounts, the rule nominal accounts debit all expenses and losses. And personal account, it is debit the receiver, credit the giver. The giver I'm using. So it is. This is the word. If it is a customer invoice, debit the receiver, customer account debit. Why? This is the receiver. So he is receiving from my company. The material he is receiving from my company, he is receiving the receiver. So debit the receiver. And then credit all incomes and gains. So revenue is a income. So the rule we have applied credit all incomes and gains. So this is a customer invoice. Simply you are applying these rules to here. Whenever you are doing vendor invoice, expenses account data to vendor account credit. Whenever you are doing customer invoice, customer account data to vendor, like receiver revenue account credit. Here it is the receiver and all incomes and gains. Simply you are applying this rule. The same manner, whenever we are doing vendor payment and customer payment, we'll apply this rule. So simply you need to apply these rules. Everyone know about this one, but how to apply the logic, you don't know. Now I'm showing you the logic. Now, some people are non-commerce background people. They don't know commerce. What is this debit? What is this credit? Simply, you need to remember, debit means positive. Debit means positive. Credit means negative. Okay, here your money is with the customer. Your money is with customer. And here, vendor, you need to pay money to the vendor. It is a negative value. It is a negative value because you need to pay money because you have taken material from the vendor. You need to pay money. It is a vow. This is asset. Your money is with customer because you have given material to your customer. He needs to pay money to us. It is a debit. So debit means positive, credit means negative. Slowly you will understand debits and credits. Don't worry on that one. I will make sure you are going to learn these debits and credits very clearly in the coming sessions. Okay, so I will show you in the system But majorly I will explain here the way how I am explaining here. I told you my focus is functional knowledge. In my entire time, I will utilize 60% functional knowledge and 40% is how to operate. And whenever I'm teaching, actually, like you need to click on button. So you need to click on new button. That is technical word. So I'm using technical words also. That is the reason I told you you are going to learn a little bit technical knowledge, a little technical knowledge. Yeah. Any questions till now? Any questions till now? No questions? If no questions, let me show you free text invoice. See, the vendor invoice. I shown you like invoice journal. Now customer invoice means I'm showing you free text invoice. Let me show you free text invoice how to do it. Accounts receivable module. Collapse all invoices, all free text invoices. Click on new button. Select the customer. Suppose US001. Select the customer. It is coming date automatically. This is today date. Due date is coming. What is this due date? You will understand later. Terms of payment, method of payment. You need to understand all these are setups. All these are setups. You are going to learn slowly. Now you need to select revenue account. Revenue accounts are in 4 series. Okay. I'm removing taxes at present. We'll discuss that point later. I'm entering suppose $20. So free text invoice means you have provided services to your customer. Okay. You have provided services to the customer. Then $20 I'm posting now. It is credit limit is exceeded. Give me a minute. Let me change because for explaining this one, I have made it like some credit limit, very minimum amount for the customer US001. What is this credit limit? You will understand later. So here myself I modified to 200,000, but it should be 500,000. Anything is fine. You will understand this one later. Okay, I'm updating here. Now I'm posting. So for you, you will not get any error message because I modified this amount. Slowly you will understand one by one. So it was posted. I don't want print. Now if you verify the voucher, invoice, journal, at present voucher is empty. Voucher is empty. Now I'm doing general ledger, collapse all, periodic tasks, sub-ledger journal entry is not yet transferred. Transfer now. What is this? You will understand slowly. Now you can see the voucher. Customer account data to customer balance account data to revenue account credit. Negative revenue account credit. That's what we have discussed. Customer account data to revenue account credit. Okay, these debits and credits, don't worry. I'll make sure you are going to learn these things. Even you are not a commerce background, you don't know debit and credits. I'll teach you all those things. Slowly you will understand. So first initially 1 week, 10 days, I'll repeat the session n number of times because you may remember this debits and credits, you may not. I need to refresh your knowledge. Some people, if you are a science background, if you are a mathematics person, or if you are a B pharmacy person, don't worry, I will teach you these debits and credits clearly in the coming sessions so that you will understand debits and credits. So I'm not going to teach accounting, complete accounting. If you want to become an accountant, you need to learn BCom and MBA. But if you want to become a finance functional consultant, if you know the difference between debit and credit is more enough. That is more enough. Okay. Yeah. Any questions, please? Any more questions?